What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Harrison, and we are talking the Game Awards. It's that time of the year where you can smell it in the air. I love the Game Awards. I love this time of year. I appreciate Jeff and what he does for the video game industry. And yeah, a lot of people hate on the Game Awards. And in the past it's been way too long. Too many filler like free to play live servicey game announcements, which the vast majority of the games people that play games just don't care about anymore because it's just too many of those types of games on the market. But regardless, we are going to be streaming it tomorrow. We're gonna go live at 7. I'm gonna be doing that with my brother, who's also the co-host of my podcast, Gaming with the Broscast. So we'll be live here on YouTube and Twitch. Everything will be in the description below. We're gonna be having some drinks. We're gonna be playing bingo, I've created like a bingo sheet, and the description for that bingo card is in the description below, so you guys can download it and print it out if you want to, and play along with us. But it has a bunch of announcements and stuff we expect. Like I've got like the flute guy showing up, which I think it's confirmed that he's there. So that'll be you can mark that off on the bingo card. But it'll be a good time. We'll be talking over the Game Awards and talking about all the announcements and stuff like that, and just having a really good time. So if you guys want to, hopefully you guys will join us there. But today I feel like every year I always do like a predictions video and just stuff that I want to see versus what I expect. And that's what we're going to be doing today. This is going to be 5 games that I expect to see at the Game Awards. So starting off with what I feel is the most we should expect is Xbox. You know, Going back to Baldur's Gate 3, when it released, there was the whole parity situation where they Larian couldn't get it running on the Series S, and it was compromising the X. And then Phil Spencer went down to Larian Studio and had a big conversation with them, and working on getting Baldur's Gate 3 on the Xbox before the end of the year, and it's still slated to come out. And it's Xbox's social media page has been saying, "Hey, big Game Awards, big Game Pass stuff going to be at the Game Awards." So I fully expect we'll get, if not a release date, it'll shadow drop. Baldur's Gate 3 will shadow drop tomorrow on Game Pass. I think it's definitely coming to Game Pass. That's going to be a huge get for Xbox. I mean, it's arguably the game of the year. It very well may take the award from this show. So getting that on Xbox before the end of the year is huge. You've got to have one of the biggest games on Xbox. You can't have it because it can't run on the Series S versus the X. You've got to have it on there. So I fully expect to see Baldur's Gate 3 on it. If it doesn't come to Game Pass, we'll get a release date, and it'll come within a few days or something like that. Next up, we should expect Capcom to be there in a big way. It's reported, or the report already happened, but Capcom's got a major unannounced title coming by fiscal year 2024, which means by March of 2024. So we're gonna have some sort of big game. Some people are thinking Resident Evil, which we just had Resident Evil 4 come out earlier this year. I don't expect any Resident Evil announcements. I think we'll get something next year, either a Resident Evil 5 remake, or something else, Revelations 3, Code Veronica remake, something along those lines. I do not expect it to be at this show. What I do expect is Monster Hunter World 2. I think Monster Hunter World 2 makes the most sense. It's the best-selling game in the franchise, the kind of the highest rated game in the franchise. I do believe it was kind of the entry point to a lot of people, because they kind of made it easier to get into the game. Kind of like how Elden Ring did for the Soulsborne community. Got a lot of people in the door of those games because it's more approachable, I think, that versus the previous Dark Souls and stuff like that. So expect to see that announcement. I'm definitely thinking it's Monster Hunter World 2. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Next up, Jeff and Kojima are buddy buddies, but I expect I expect Death Stranding 2 to be there. I think we'll get another trailer. I think we'll probably get a release date for next year. It's I think that'll be big. Yeah, I definitely expect it to be there in a big way. I don't think it'll be the show the closing of the show. I think that's not quite top tier. I mean, a lot of people like Death Stranding, but I don't think it's quite top tier level of like a show closer. But I do think it will show up during the awards at some point. Um, the last two, I'm kind of debating on what could be a show closer, but I'll start with Elden Ring. I think Elden Ring DLC Shadow of the Erdtree is going to show up. We know nothing about this DLC. I don't think there's even been like a proper trailer for it yet. So I think that could potentially close the show. I think Shadow of the Erdtree would be huge. It's coming up on 2 years. Next early next year. So I think it's about time for that DLC to come out. It'll probably come out pretty quickly. It could come out on the anniversary or prior to that, but I think we'll get a trailer for that, and we'll get a proper release date. I don't expect a shadow drop or anything like that for that, but I think we should expect Shadow of the Erdtree to be here. But the fact that we haven't seen anything all year, it just makes the most sense for it to be at the Game Awards. A lot of stuff is announced at the Game Awards from FromSoft, so I think that would be big. The one I'm leaning on the most, and this falls kind of on the line of what I hope and expect, but given the audience of the Game Awards is the biggest platform, the biggest stage in gaming right now. So if you want your game to have all eyes on it, it makes the most sense for it to debut here. It's Metroid Prime 4. We have not seen Metroid Prime 4 anything since 2019 when it got announced, and of course it's gone through, it's gone through the ringer, right? It was given to another studio and had to be reworked, so we really know nothing about it up until this point. We've gotten just the title card. We've got no images. I think there was maybe some leaked images online potentially, but who knows if those are real or not. But it's a first person shooter, right? A lot of first person shooters debut at the Game Awards. It's a big audience. Maybe Nintendo would be hoping to grasp some of that Call of Duty, the Apex audience. Now, granted, those games are completely different, but again, all eyes are on the Game Awards, so it just makes the most sense for them to have it there. Metroid is not a huge selling game. I think Metroid Red is the highest selling in the franchise at probably a little over 3 million, which is a lot, but in terms of games on Switch and Nintendo's expectations, not a huge amount. I think showing debuting gameplay from Prime 4 would be huge for Nintendo and huge for the Game Awards. I know a lot of people are very hyped for Metroid Prime 4. I mean, Metroid Prime Remastered was Shadow Drop earlier this year, and it was incredible. So maybe they'll kind of piggyback on that. Maybe they'll show gameplay for Metroid Prime 4, and then it could potentially Shadow Drop Metroid Prime 2 and 3. I don't expect 2 and 3 to get the remaster that 1 did. So that could be like a kind of an easy Shadow Drop, easy port that they could do. And then maybe have the physicals come, the physical copy. Maybe it'd be a 2-pack come later on, like next year or something, like January or February. So yeah, I think Elden Ring, Metroid Prime, both are caliber games, high caliber games to close the Game Awards. But again, this list was stuff that I expect. Now, I'm not even gonna jump to what I want to see. We could see. I want to see Gear 6. We could see Bloodborne 2 or Bloodborne Remastered. And those are games that I would love to see, but I don't expect them to be there. Hopefully, there's a lot of unannounced projects that get announced here that are really cool, or some awesome surprises. That'll come our way. But either way, it's gonna be a great time. Again, we're gonna be streaming it. Come hop into the live stream and chat with us and have a good time. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What games do you expect to see at the Game Awards that I didn't mention? Or hey, what games do you want to see as well? I'll throw that out there because I love to have that conversation. So, all right, guys. Well, we will see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and hope you guys have a great day. Bye. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Consider subscribing to the channel. I'll let YouTube algorithm pick one of my videos below for you guys to watch. Give it a click, and I hope you enjoy. And I will see you in the next video.